And here we have another game I played on ChessCube, and according to the computer this game wasn't very good. I think this game can be described as good games all. It's quite an interesting game because, well, it shows the power of the knight. So we can say it is the leaper game. And my opponent here is not a joke. So let's take a look at this game. I start with e4, he answers with this strange center counter, which is called Scandinavian, but I know that we have to take it, and then immediately we just play the knight to win the tempo. I don't mind exchanging queens, but he does, so now I prepare the diagonal for the bishop. And now I am ready to even attack the queen with my bishop. But I figured out that if I attack the bishop, then after the check it may be not so good for me, so I decided to break the pin first and then castle. And since this bishop is here like a tall pawn, he's silly here, isn't he? And so I decided to castle queenside. And now, since my queen pins this pawn, so I can even play my knight here. So it is one of the interesting moves of the knight when I fork queen and the bishop. Okay, so what he does here in this situation is this: he checks, so now he wins a tempo for his queen to escape, and he also saved his bishop. He managed to exchange it for my bishop. So I decided to take with the rook here, and he moves his queen to safety. But it was a mistake, because now I can fork again the king and the rook with my knight. So we have the second powerful move by the knight in this game. So now it's check, he moves to safety, and I win the rook. So now I'm one rook ahead. But of course, on this level of play, one rook ahead can still be not enough to win a game. Sometimes even being a queen ahead is not enough to win a game. On my level of playing, I mean. Okay, so here now we have move 12. Okay, so he moves here, attacks my knight and takes control of this diagonal, and soon he will be ready to strike with both pieces here, the queen and bishop. Okay, so I attack the queen. I hope with this move that he will go to a bad square, but such move can also be very dangerous for the side who is playing like this, because it can easily turn out that the side who is attacker is in a worse situation, because the queen mobility is great, and here it seems here it looks like the queen mobility could be very good, because a lot of free space here. There are no pawns in the center, there are no blockades, no rubbish scattered around the board, so queen is very flexible. Okay, so he goes here, remaining attack here, and remaining attack on this knight. So what I did here, I just hopped to this square. So now he decided it would be a good idea to win a pawn. So after the exchange he won a pawn and bishop for a bishop. But now at the moment it's not very easy to attack this queen because my knights are unprotected in the enemy camp, and here my king's safety isn't also the best, so I decided to improve my king's safety, defend the rook, and now double the rook on the first rank. I don't care at the moment about the hanging knights. And he blundered here, so I just immediately, I figured it out immediately, and just I gobbled it up. Okay, so he now pushes his pawn attacking this knight. So I go here temporarily. He pushes forward, and this move was aimed at that square. So now I attack the queen, and soon I will have the check on the king here, and still because of this pin here. But now he escapes with his queen to this square, attacking this hanging knight. So I decided to escape, and now after this move I realized that this guy here is trapped. But if I move my knight from here, then I will maybe do something about it. So now I check, winning a tempo. He cannot take here because I take back. He cannot take here because of the pin. So I've made another very cool move with the knight. So definitely it's a game dominated by the knights. So he moves to safety, and now I sacrificed this knight because I thought it is lost anyway, but if I move my knight here, then I will have a check here, winning a pawn, by the way. Okay, so he grabs this knight, but in fact it turned out that with this move he stepped to a forced mate in 2. So after this move he can only go here, and now there is final knight's move delivering checkmate. I even didn't see the checkmate. I played here just to win the rook, but it turned out to be checkmate. So this shows how knights can be powerful, even though the game was quite an open game, and it is said that bishops are great in open positions, but here the knights did very well in open position. Yeah, so 1-0. The game was absolutely domination of white pieces because of the mistakes in the late opening, and I managed to keep the pressure, and I didn't blunder. I mean, I blundered a little, but my opponent blundered more, so I've managed to win this game. And what can I say about this game? This game was good games all, whatever that means.